Low interest rates have fueled the worldwide economy for years now, and this seems like it may come to an end. But of course, if that does happen, if interest rates begin to rise, they will do so rapidly and aggressively, and this will cause a major worldwide collapse. Let's go into some of the reasons why today. I'm going to go historically here and show you just briefly. It's probably hard for you to see, so I'll just cover this very briefly here, that other countries around the world had very big problems with their own defaults, with their own bankruptcies, and you could see how the monetary system itself caused such a big problem, a debt burden on these countries as they devalued their currencies, as they had problem with interest rates, and all of the things that we are seeing today historically have happened. These are just some examples, and they are of course reoccurring. This always happens. You can go into that for yourself. I'll put the link in the description. This is a chart here which shows you essentially this. Why in the world would you stay in this market knowing specifically that the Federal Reserve is pulling out, and the Federal Reserve is the only crutch to the system? So they are there providing the monetary stimulus that has been keeping it going fairly high actually in many cases. So you're looking at the system, you're seeing that they're pulling it out, they're pulling the money out, and they're even threatening rising interest rates. But let's forget about that. Let's just look at the stimulus for the moment. And they're basically saying, look, we're going to be pulling out, and they have been consistently, at least on the outside. Of course, we know that their criminal schemes are going on behind the scenes. But anyway, let's just take a look at this. Why would you stay in knowing that the crutch is going to be pulled out? It doesn't make any sense. Get your money out now while you have made your profits if you're in it right now. And here are the technical charts, which are something that I generally don't like to cover, but you can see for yourself using this how it is very important that we are peaking out right now. This right here just basically just showing you the rising interest rates and their impact on the markets. And you could see this, over the years. And what we're showing is something that I've showed in my book. I'll show you that because it's a little more clear. However, this is the 30-year mortgage rate, but it applies to all things connected to the interest rates, and how it has been declining now for well over 30 years. And what has this done? Well, it's essentially allowed more and more homes to be purchased, and other things as well. Big ticket items are purchased on finance. So they basically are using this to fuel the economy. But now with rising interest rates, you're going to have that problem. So let's get into that briefly. You have an issue where the Federal Reserve needs to print money, needs to continue these schemes in order to keep the interest rates down. This is done using open market operations. I covered this on the Insiders. I covered this in other videos as well. But basically, the open market operations are them going into the market. They buy up these garbage debt that the government has, and it keeps the interest rates down. But they're no longer going to be buying as much as they were before. So this is going to push the interest rates up. If the interest rates are going to go up, the stock market is going to go down. The whole economy is going to go down. That's what happens. Companies hire when they see a boom. They fire when they see the crash. So I warn you now on this video that you need to take your money out of the system. If you've made the profits in the stock market, now is the time to pull out, put your money into real assets and things that will hold value in these dark times. Look, even Obama's former chief economist is saying that they need to ratchet down wage expectations. What you're used to before is no longer. We had the new normal, and that is not a pretty sight. If you like this video, please give me a thumbs up to signal that you want more of this type of information, and that you will be a subscriber here on the Money GPS YouTube channel. Share these videos with your friends and family. You may know all of this. You may think, I've heard this all before, but what about your friends friends and family on your Facebook, on your Twitter, on your other social media networks. You need to share the information, create your own videos, share them with your friends and family as well. And don't forget to become an insider. It's totally free. It's great information. I get constant emails on there and I love them all. I try to reply to every single email and comment I get, and you could become an insider for free at themoneygps.com. You scroll down to the bottom, you fill in your email address, and you get occasional emails from me with good and short, concise info.